it on the headset, so there won't be much audio. But can you hear the background audio in the room? Okay.
Yeah, I think we can hear it.
Okay, I'll just leave it on that then.
Perfect.
Right, Steve. I'll catch you in an hour.
All right, sounds good. I'll catch you in an hour, and we're live and on the air. Mm-hmm.
À la maison? Si j'avais pas avancé, c'est lié. À chaque fois, je m'arrêtais pour jouer à chaque truc. Yeah, and it's yeah, and it's easy. You know, I mean, I wouldn't start with it is, yeah. So you know, it's not really this. Yeah.
Hey, Ron Delvo. Not sure if you can hear me, but since we don't have anybody out there talking, I'll just talk for a second. But one of the questions was asking about that image on the screen that people are actually looking at in front of right now. Okay. Curtis, turn your camera off if you can.
Okay. Why is that?
Just so we don't have our faces in here, just to muddy up what they're looking at.
Oh, okay.
I have it where non-video participants are not showing up, so I keep the view clean. Yeah, somebody was asking about that picture on the screen there. That's actually being done on the Super Sprite FM Plus board. And so I thought I would just bring that over here real quick just to show that that page. But yeah, this is an upgrade that you can put in a CoCo or a Dragon, and that must be one of the kind of high color modes on that board. And then it's kind of hard to see in the lighting, but Ron was asking if that computer in the kind of right-hand corner of the screen was an Alice, because it was red. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's an Alice. But then he just posted the link of basically the Alice 90, which does have kind of an angled case and like real keys and stuff. So that computer in the right-hand corner, I think, is an Alice 90.
Yep, could very well be.
Ron found the link. His search engine skills were above par. Oh, there you in the call, Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't figure we'd have any value, us talking heads here in the United States, since we're not there. But I guess hearing us is better than just hearing a lot of background noise, you know?
Color commentary, we like to call it.
Cambridge cackle.
Yeah. Go ask Alice, Tim Franklin says. Yeah, so this is kind of a fixed camera right now. They just have a laptop with a webcam kind of showing one of the rooms. And Richard Harding set this up. He'll get on a mobile feed later on where he can walk around and show us some stuff and talk to some people.
Yeah, it's kind of like we do at the fest too. We just kind of set up a camera in the background and just let it rip, and people can watch it if they want to catch. Now, did Richard get a chance to set up anything where they can actually see us chatting?
I don't know about that. I'd have to do a screen share or something, so we'll probably have to audibly relay questions to him when they come in, because I don't think he's going to be watching the live stream as much as he'll just be on the Zoom call, you know.
Okay, because I didn't know if like you guys have set up the last couple of years where people can chat with the people in the chat type thing.
Yeah, somebody else would have to pull it up on a laptop to see it, and I'm not sure who's prepared to do what. I did see Stuart Orchard in frame earlier when we first started the stream, so Stuart Orchard.
Oh, he did make it. Good. He wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't recognize all the faces because of the masks on, but I recognize Stu. He's a rather tall fellow.
Yeah, the guy right in front of us in the gray jacket is one of the heads of the Dragon group.
Okay.
Can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's one of the heads of the Dragon Facebook group.
But yeah, I think they've got to be out of there by like 6 o'clock their time, which would be right around 1 o'clock our time. So, and then when they have to leave, but then they're going to go to a pub. So once they go to the pub, they might just jump on an iPhone or something and rejoin us. And by that time, we'll probably be starting CoCoTALK, you know.
Yeah.
We'll probably be able to do a clean break from this stream and just start a new stream for CoCoTALK.
Yeah, now Richard had mentioned earlier that he might, before CoCoTALK officially starts, but before they have to close down, he might try to get one or two people on just for a quick chat on, how did the show go? What did everybody see?
Yeah, that would be good. It would be good to hear from some people on the ground floor.
But that would be before the normal CoCoTALK starting time, I think, from what he said.
Well, if we have to, we can adjust our show as needed. We can start it later or just make it. I think we should break the stream so it's not like a 9-hour.
Yeah, and then we
stream.
can incorporate it into a special.
Yeah.
Editing out just the dead air type stuff. But
yeah.
we could even replay during the CoCoTALK portion of the show if we have a live clip or something. We can fast forward to something interesting. We can just show that as part of the official show too, and then say, go over here and check out the full Dragon special. Now I have to log into Facebook because I can't remember that guy's name. It's bugging me.
Right.
Have you seen John Whitworth, the guy that did the Super Sprite board?
I'm not sure. Again, it's kind of a weird camera angle, and I can't recognize people with the masks on, so I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you.
A lot of butt shots, basically.
That was better than the Amigos. They were doing their live Thanks for Giving special, and they had crotch shots because the camera was a bit too low. They were sitting in chairs, thankfully, but the camera should have been about a foot higher.
Right. What's the male version of camel toe?
I call it gross. Actually. Okay, John Whitworth, looking at his picture in the Dragon Group, has got fairly short hair, and he does. In there, he's wearing a dragon face mask. So, have you seen a dragon face mask wandered by with a short, cropped-haired dude?
No. Well, it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, I guess you were right on that call there, Ron. An Alice 90. I've never seen an Alice 90 before. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like a stealth fighter.
Oh yeah,
With
yeah.
all the
That's
angles
one with the
in them.
upgraded video cards and stuff too, right?
And the keyboard looks pretty nice too. It's like a real full stroke keyboard, like a dragon style keyboard.
Yeah.
In a way, we're kind of just like sportscasters. We don't really know how to play the game, but we can talk about it anyways. That's kind of what we're doing here right now.
Yeah,
since
next
we're-
up we'll cover cricket.
we
So
could do this golf announcer style. Okay.
Is that big screen a VGA output, would you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Could be, or it could be composite. It's hard to say.
Could be the Super Sprite Plus, which actually has.
It's the FM Plus. It's the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what it has, honestly. On the right here, we see someone playing on the Alice 90.
The Alice 90.
He's typing, and it appears to be a program.
You could be typing in code. You could be playing a game. We're not sure yet. Stay tuned for further details after lunch.
The guy has a hoodie on, has his hand in his pocket. He could be jingling his change.
And now we can't see anything because someone's standing in front of the camera.
Send that 4,000 volt charge out there.
Yeah.
John Whitworth there, right on the left.
On the left in the white shirt. That might be John's computer. Probably is. So that's probably John on the left side of the
That's
screen.
short
there.
enough hair to match his profile pic on Facebook.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, now he's pulling up some type of menu on it. That might be like the image viewer or the chiptunes
Yeah, he's got
player.
image viewers. He also got some music players that Per Surratt ported
Yeah.
over to use some of the sound chip stuff. Yeah, playing it says, so they must be playing music.
Yeah.
But what's around the keyboard?
He might have the cover pulled off so you can see the
Okay.
see the guts.
Yeah, 'cause he's
possibly.
got that internal card that's inside.
Oh,
and
he's got, yeah, it's kind of got like an
zero
internal
to-
multi-pack type deal. Yeah, the Y cable or something.
Playing the Prelude?
Prelude, the Prelude, or
Playing the Prelude. I think.
So
that's-
basically, tech guys don't need screws in their computer.
no, that just slows you down.
no, they just have screws loose anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Which reminds me, I better start pulling up stories here pretty soon.
Yeah.
It looks like they don't have the format in the correct ratio.
Oh, it's like not 4:3
16
or
by
whatever.
9 to 4:3.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that, though. I've noticed. Personally, I can't stand it because I'm used
Yeah.
to the old ratio.
I can't stand it when you put a picture in and everybody's squished.
Right, or stretched out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like going to my mom's to watch TV. If she's watching some old thing on cable that, is a 4:3 and she has it all stretched wide.
Yeah.
That could be just some monitors too don't adjust the aspect ratio properly, even though it is in a right format. Because this is not completely stretched.
Yeah, well, it depends. The monitor might be 16 by 10, so it might not stretch properly anyway. I'm not sure.
Looks like an AOC monitor. Just barely make it out. That's what I'm using.
Yeah, when we first started the stream, it was almost looking like the internet was going to be non-existent, and somehow it cleared up. 'Cause it was really bad at first when we were doing our initial test.
Yeah, I mean, this is at a university. I mean, they're supposed to have pretty good Wi-Fi and massive,
Yeah, but this room is not inside the museum, so
What
it's
isn't?
no.
Okay.
So he was basically saying that we're kind of piggybacking off of the museum's Wi-Fi, but I have a feeling they weren't like in it, so they're probably
Oh, okay. I didn't
getting
realize
it,
that. I thought it was
getting it on the fringe or something. I'm not sure.
Did they add the real-time clock in the bottom corner of their screen?
Oh no, I put that in there.
Oh,
The
okay.
Cambridge. I couldn't figure out how to do it in OBS, so I just had to get a new web HTML plugin for that one. I couldn't get two clocks going at 2 different times. I couldn't figure out how to get the scripts to work.
Now, the question is what time are you showing? Which time zone?
I have them listed on my. Oh, you're not seeing the. You're not seeing what I'm sharing on OBS. I have Eastern Daylight Time. Oh, that should actually be the standard time, not daylight time, right? But I have both times. I have Florida time and UK time on the bottom of the stream.
Yeah,
I'll bring up the live stream here so I can follow the chat too.
Yeah, so it's 10:30 Eastern time and 3:30 UK time. 10:30 a.m., 3:30 p.m.
8:30 here.
Oh, and then Tim Franklin points out the clock on the wall there says 3:30, right? The cow says moo. Oh yeah, that was real quick how those images went through the slideshow he just pulled up there. Now we've got kind of a wristwatch, stopwatch, pocket watch.
I think that's one of the ones they used to give away on the MC10 as a demo pick too.
With that pocket watch?
There's some sort of clock watch thing. Maybe was this one or was one that was melted? There was someone that he bundled with the MM1 as a kind of a part of the demo.
Isn't that what comes up when you show the map of the United States?
What do you mean?
When we show the map of the United States and all the CoCo users, that's one of the screens that comes up just before.
No, the one I do has a compass. It's similar to that, but it's a compass instead of a clock.
I think that's Picasso, isn't it, or something? Or
well, if it was a Dali, you might be thinking of Salvador Dali, but his are usually melted over an edge. So this is not. It looks
that's one
similar.
I'm trying to remember if that was the MM1 one or not.
It looks similar to a Dali, but it's not melted.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost has the right time.
What's the old saying? A broken clock
is always right twice a day.
Right twice a day.
Yeah.
You stare at it long enough, it'll show you the right time.
Now that would be cool if that was the animated clock.
Yeah, that would.
Wonder how many people there made it that were guests on our first Dragon special. Is that Stuart there? He was tall
the tall bloke in the gray sweatshirt might be Stuart. If I see his face, I recognize his face even with a mask.
I'm glad he made it down there because he was pretty iffy there for a bit.
Where is Cambridge?
It's in Massachusetts.
No, in the map of England, is it near?
The Boston
London?
accent's got worse.
The east of London, or?
Honestly, don't know.
Hang it up now. North of London, looks like.
Is it?
East of Birmingham, north of London.
It's interesting. It's near the River Cam.
Mm.
So it's Cam Bridge. Like,
The bridge over Cam, huh?
yeah. Interesting. It's a pretty densely populated area. Oh, there's a Starbucks nearby.
Oh, okay.
Feel sorry for them now.
There was a Tim Hortons.
Yeah, now that would be proper. It'd be affordable too. Actually, some of our Starbucks here, because of COVID, shut down and permanently. Our main one downtown completely shut down.
There's a Hotel Chocolat. Reese's Pieces Park Cafe.
You're better than a GPS.
Yeah, really. Interesting. This is Cambridge College, right? Is where the...
It's the Computer History Museum, the Center for Computing History in Cambridge.
Yeah, there's multiple retro shows that are held at this facility. So there was one last month too. Pretty popular spot.
There's all kinds of museums around too.
If you ever get a chance to go to Nottingham, make sure you visit the Nottingham Museum. Learn all about Sherwood Forest and Robin Hood and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it to one of these shows here. The only time I've been to England is stopping over in the London airport. Spent a few weeks in Ireland, but
I was only there once, and I did visit most of the hams. I did the Birmingham and the Nottingham and the...
well, I thought you were going to excite Ron about ham radio stuff.
or a ham sandwich.
Well, you go to Montreal for that, and then you get the Montreal smoked ham.
There's a WeFax building.
The
rest of my vacation is taken care of. I'm going to be here for 3 weeks.
Yeah, Ron's gonna email his wife saying, "Honey, I'm not coming home."
Yep. I found my calling, my place.
Hey, Chris Procher just chimed in live on Facebook. He says, "Hi everyone, really enjoying the stream. Was planning to be there, but several things prevented me going, so I'm stuck home in Wales looking after the dogs. Happy my friend Richard Harding is there and picking up some gaps in my microdeal collection for me."
Yeah, because Chris is the head of the microdeal group on Facebook.
Yeah.
We've shown some pictures and stuff from. So.
I wonder how many English people are watching the special on Disney Plus, or if they even get it.
Oh, the Beatles one.
Yeah, I've watched 2 episodes so far.
Oh, I thought it was just like it's a series, huh?
Yeah, it's 6 hours.
Oh
series.
wow! I thought it was just like a little whatever, like a.
Well, Jackson's original plan was to make a 2.5-hour movie of it. And then the initial cut was 18 hours, and they kept whittling it down. He says after he hit the 6-hour mark, they said, "You know what? If we cut any more, we're going to start losing what we wanted to show." So I guess they hauled in Ringo and Olivia and Paul and Yoko to kind of take a look at it. And they said, "No, this we agree. This should be 6 hours." So then they went back to Disney and said, "We'd like to make a mini series out of it instead, because you can't do everything in a 2.5-hour movie." And they agreed.
Right.
Have you seen any of it? Either of you?
I don't. I do have Disney Plus. I did add it to my queue to watch, but I thought it was like maybe a 2-hour special or something. So now I'm gonna have to invest a little more time. But yeah.
We're right at the point of the Roof concert. We're like 4 days away on the 3rd one.
I really wish they would bring the anthology back out and redo that in high def too. That would be nice.
Did they talk
Yeah, they
about
probably
the
will.
early days, like with the Silver Beetles and Pete Best and stuff like that, or?
Just briefly in the beginning, they cover the history up to that current time, and then they just briefly go through.
Yeah, because this is more focused on setting the record straight in the Let It Be movie.
Yeah,
And the fact that it wasn't
1969.
just all turmoil.
It's January '69. They go day by day. And it's pretty neat. They don't do a lot of graphics, computer graphics. They use a calendar and zoom in and out of it and put a little X on each day. It's pretty neat. It's just like having your friends over and having fun.
Yeah.
Only you're in a band.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the meetup, but yeah.
Jim says he's been to the UK at least 15 times, mostly to Cornwall. Kind of jealous, to be honest. I can't remember, was Karen going to try to make it?
Not sure.
Is this just a one day?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to check on the Dragon group, but is he trying to bring up stories right now? So I don't have to worry about it later.
Well, let's pull up the event on Facebook. When I pull up the Facebook event, it says November 27th and then November 28th. So there will be some more tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know if he wants us to do some more.
Maybe that'd be a
coverage
better
from-
time to do interviews. We can do it during. Well, it depends, I guess, what hour. Does it say what hours it's running on the 20th?
Hold on one second. Let's see. Duration 1 day. More details at computinghistory.org.uk. But when you look at the event on Facebook itself, it says November 27th at 5 a.m. Well, that's really 5
Is it
a.m.
translating to our time or something?
Yeah. And then November 28th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's actually, oh, yeah. I don't know. That's confusing. When we get them on, we can have to ask them about it.
Did you guys get to talk to Richard when he was setting up, or?
Yeah, I did. We did a pre-call, pre-stream test, and then we kind of went. He had to take off by the time we went live. So
I know they got a trivia contest or something.
it's a quiz. They're calling it the pre-pub quiz because it's right before they go to the pub. So yeah.
It'll be a lot better than doing it afterwards. 'Cause
Yeah, right.
They can drink.
Yeah, I like that clock picture. That's pretty cool. I don't know the resolution on it, but right now, because it's running full screen, and it doesn't look like it's stretched out too much either. So I don't know what the actual resolution of it is, though. And that Sprite, Super Sprite board. I think that's Stuart standing right in the camera right now, the tall guy in the gray sweater. Tim Franklin says, I drove by Stonehenge on the way. It's a pile of rocks.
Yeah, but it was heavily featured in the Spinal Tap video, so it's got cultural significance.
Big bottoms, talking about bum cakes. My girl's got them.
Is he a fan of the documentary? Nigel Tufnell's gentle ballad called Lick My Love Pump.
Smell the glove.
What time is it where you are, Ron?
I think he's 2 hours behind me, so he's probably about 8:45.
2 hours behind. I'm talking to my mom on the phone. I'll be back with you in a little bit, guys.
Mm-hmm. Arizona's its own time zone, and they don't observe
Yeah, they're
daylight
smart
saving
like us.
times. Yeah. Arizona.
Hopefully, the rest of
time.
you start catching up on that because it's much easier. Especially since now we have different countries all doing it at a different time.
No one's using this one.
Well, just it's a lighter news day to speak to, unless something incredible happens at the Dragon meetup.
It'd be cool if Bill Gates showed up.
That's not bad, 3 hours.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, Ron.
Yep. My mom calls me about 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning to let me know what her sugar level is and all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're a really good family guy there, Ron.
Yeah, I gotta take her to the store after the show and get her groceries for her. She's gonna be moving back to my sister's in February because people that have her apartment kicked her out. Basically said either buy the place or move. Real nice, huh?
That's friendly.
Yeah.
Well, at least they gave her more than 30 days notice.
Yeah, they did. They give her 3 months, 4 months.
That Mark B?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Mark B. Mr. Dave wants to know if there are going to be dragons. Yep, there will be dragons at the Dragon Meetup.
Yeah. There's a good chance.
Fire-breathing dragons, ice dragons.
Heck, they even got mantras.
Maybe some horned dragons.
You know, it's kind of weird not to see any traditional monitors there yet, at least from what we see. They're all LCDs,
Yeah, it's probably easier to carry.
LEDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely easier to transport.
I don't think Dragon had its own branded CRT like Tandy did. So they were, that would have been neat if there was a Dragon branded monitor.
You know those factory pictures? They had a particular brand of monitor, though, didn't they?
I'd have to pull up that
White
video
one.
again. Wonder who made. But were Radio Shack's TVs all made by Magnavox?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
RCA, maybe?
Hmm.
can't even remember who made their TVs for the CoCo.
Yeah,
the wood
so,
grain panel.
yeah.
Well, the Model 1s for RCAs, right? Monitor.
They're probably RCAs for the other ones, but as far as the RGB monitors go, I'm pretty sure it was Magnavox because that's not a dot pitch they ever used. Now the Amiga ones are exactly the same, pretty well.
But the color TV they sold, Sony Trinitron was the monitor of choice. Chris Pocher was saying. Okay, and Tom Gunderson is saying there was no Dragon monitor. They used Sony for the promo pictures, he believes. And Chris saying Trinitron. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to CRTs, Trinitron is pretty much the holy grail in consumer electronics.
So on the top end of the Dragon Facebook site is a monitor, right? Isn't that the same one?
Somebody actually knows we're here.
Model KV 1400 UB, Chris Pocher is saying on the Trinitron, I believe.
Yeah, and the Dragon actually had composite built in, like right from the word go, so they probably would have picked a decent composite monitor.
Yeah, if you look at the top of the Dragon Facebook, there's a picture of one. It has a black panel on the top, control panel area. That's the ones they used at the factory.
Sloopy's out there. Hey, Sloopy.
Okay, that slightly heavier set guy that we looked at before with the curly hair, I think that's Phil Harvey Smith.
Okay.
I don't see him in the shot right now. What if Duncan Smead made it up? One of the fathers of the Dragon.
You think that Smith guy is related to the Dick Smith or whatever?
No, Dick Smith's Australia.
Oh.
They didn't have anything to do with the Dragon at all.
I'm going to go on mute for a while. I've got some background noise in the house here.
Time for a coffee. I'm going to leave for a minute or two. Get me a
Hey,
coffee.
Mark, talk away. Keep the troops occupied.
Sure. Doing some floppy archaeology.
Darn, I was hoping for an excuse to run down to get a coffee myself. All of you have failed me.
Well, I found since I got working floppy again now, going through some of my old discs and finding there's a disk of text files.
Yeah, I got to finish doing that. I started that about a year ago, and then I kind of got busy with all kinds of other stuff, and I never did finish. But I've actually got a couple of old games I don't think are on the site yet, on the archive, and there's some personal stuff I'd started but never finished. I probably should just release so people can fiddle with it, even back to this basic days. And I've got some old CompuServe text files and stuff and demos when the CoCo 3 first came out that I have kicking around on there too. So
That's actually kind of what I'm going through. Like one here is an essay of the local BBSs. Here's one. It's a review of the CoCo 3 being launched.
yeah, that's one of the ones I had because there was a whole bunch of discussion on CompuServe, the official press release from Tandy, the one with 4 days, everybody was talking about it incessantly. It'd be kind of interesting to see those initial reactions to it.
See, this one was, I had to figure out how to use Tele-Rider 128 again.
No, I wouldn't even remember. I never used Tele-Rider 128. I think I had Tele-Rider 64 as my main one and VIP Writer occasionally. And then I jumped to Word Power 3.2, 3.3.
So this is the CoCo 3 review that came from a Delphi BBS back in August '86. And so far, yeah, it looks like he's got it right. The only thing that's weird on it is he says the memory upgrade is taking the 64x4s out and putting 256x4s in place. But
Yeah, that's wrong.
Not a upgrade. I don't think Tandy ever supported.
Nope.
I don't know if it's got enough.
Is that Kieran talking to Stuart there? Can't tell.
I don't know.
Yeah, that looks like that could be Karen in the white mask with the dark sweater.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Karen talking to Stuart, yeah.
I did see Richard off to the left in the background there briefly.
Hey, Rocky Hill's out there. Hey, Rocky. Pedro. Peña.
Ah, good. Now you're back. Now go get my coffee.
It's not like they need us. It's just a static feed. The feed's going to live with or without us. Let's speculate what they're talking about. Hi, I'm Karen Anscombe, and I'd like to say that X-Raw is the greatest emulator ever invented.
Let me think. Let me take a guess here. They're talking about dragons.
Karen's much too humble to even think that way. Yeah, I think that's Phil Harvey Smith there on the left. I don't recognize everybody because we don't know him in person.
I mean, know if Bosco made it down there? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Karen now, the more I'm looking at him.
Yeah. It seems like that's Karen talking to Stu.
The two of the current game developers in the Dragon community talking to each other. What special game could they be planning? I recognize that guy that's standing right in front of the camera now, too. I'm trying to remember. He was on our show on the Dragon Special 1. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, it's too bad. I think Paris Surratt would have liked to have gone, but unfortunately with some of the travel stuff there, it's a little bit difficult. He's in Spain, I believe.
You know, I must have did a lot of stuff in OS 9 back in the day. I just can't remember what.
Don't you have floppies with stuff on it?
That's what he's going through.
Yeah, so I have like 2 boxes of MS-DOS discs and 4 of OS 9 discs.
So you were smarter back then. What happened?
I don't even remember what I was doing with OS 9. Although I have about 10 different boot discs.
Yeah, I found a bunch of old boot discs when I was going through, including the pre-release of the version 3 upgrade that Brother Jeremy sold because we got it by accident working on the TC9. Totally undocumented, but Bill and I kind of dug into it a little bit.
I guess I must have been a repository or something here because I've got like one whole section of just terminal programs, another section of
What did you have in there? Like Wiz, Supercom, OS Term, that kind of stuff, or XCOM 9?
the Big T. You know what? The rest of
Oh,
these,
that
I'm
one.
gonna have to boot up here and see what's in them.
That's one I haven't heard of.
Well, first, let me make sure it is OS 9.
Remember, there's a utility called DOS or 9 where you could take a 35-track disc and would split it in half. You could download something with an RS-DOS terminal program as long as it was 17 or 16 tracks or less in size, and then you would save it to a disk, and then you'd run this little utility on it. It would convert it to run on the OS9 side too.
Look, a woman.
It's good they're getting kids out there too. I can't see. Have any of the machines been demoing games of any sort?
It's really hard to see other than the one screen that's in front of the laptop right now what they're doing on the other ones.
Yeah, that's true. I can see like a green background on the second from the back on the right there, but don't have woods.
Did any dragon use, like, what am I trying to think of?
I have no idea, so I can't answer the
Like
question.
a terminal program?
No,
Have
you know,
we back?
drawing program like,
Like a Color Max or Coco Max or something?
CoCo Max, yeah.
Yeah, they had a few.
To answer the question, Big T is actually big term.
I don't know that one.
Let's see.
You know who it's by?
Let me pull up the doc.
Well, didn't you guys all have phone things in DeskMate? You know, where you use the database for the.
Oh God, no! I never used DeskMate for terminal. It was one of the worst terminal.
Not for terminals, but for making a list of your phone contacts.
No, I used the one built into OS Term because OS Term by Von Cato was a terminal program and a host mini BBS and a host FTP site and an auto dialer all built into one program. It was awesome.
See, back when we first got DeskMate, that was something fun to do.
No, most of my auto dial stuff, like with phone numbers and stuff, I did an Ultimate Term or Greggy Term, or even before that, Mikey Term on the CoCo 1 and 2, and then I switched to Ultimate Term and OS Term and Supercom on CoCo 3.
Now this guy's got buttons on his pocket.
Okay. So Curtis, this one was written William J. Brady.
That sounds familiar. I think he was part of the OS9 users group.
He lived in Harwood, Maryland. This one came out in '87, I guess.
I wonder if that was his precursor to the Wiz, because I can't remember. Was he the guy that did the Wiz program that Frank Hogg sold? Because I know he'd released a PD one you could download, and then he sold a commercial one that was very expanded and required 512K. Called the Wiz.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Hey, Richard.
Excellent. Can you see the live stream from my phone? You've got the webcam. And you see the
Hold
live
on.
stream from the phone?
Hello. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch to view here. Richard, yes, we see you now. Perfect.
Okay. Am I interrupting, or should I just?
No.
should I do a
We've
quick
just
walk
been
around?
trying to add some type of audio commentary. Okay, I see Karen talking to Stuart. Yeah, we've been curious what's going on the screens on the various machines.
Yeah. So I think we'll do a quick walk around. We're in. This is actually their what they call the meeting room. So it's actually part of the museum. So we got like part of the public coming in. So
Okay.
if we take a look over there.
Oh, yeah.
In the far corner, there's public, and there's a couple of machines set up, some BBC and Archimedes stuff.
Nice.
So we'll start in this corner because this is where I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So in this corner we have Phil.
Hey, Phil.
And hi, Phil. Hey, Phil.
Hello.
Larry
hello.
Smith, for those who don't know.
And this is the fixed station.
Ah.
So he's been looking at a couple of dragons today, and he's been trying to fix my diag board. So let's move over here. This is into my stuff. So I've I've done a reproduction of the test rig. If you remember the video that you were showing on the previous one of the factory.
Yeah.
So this is the actual source code from the production test.
That looks like the same monitor too.
It is the same TV, yeah.
The
It's the same
Sony.
TV that they use in the factory.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's the same one. So this is the real code running. I typed it in from a printout that we got off Duncan Smead.
Oh wow.
Another Duncan Smead. But we don't know what was used to test it. It's a modified Dragon 32 in the factory, but I've made a sort of reproduction here, so you can actually interface in, and then you can actually control the test from this test box.
Oh wow, that is super cool.
Neat.
So it's not 100% accurate, but we don't have the information for what it was. So that's what we got running here, and I've obviously just got the video running in the background, so people actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really
and
cool.
it's just running off the Dragon MMC. I've put the ROM into there, so we can run it off there.
Was it like a diagnostics part?
Yeah. So what it was in the factory on the production line, after they actually assembled the Dragon, they would put it onto this, and then this would go through. If we have to take a look at the tests here.
Printer,
so it tests the
keyboard relay.
So it puts voltages and stuff into the joystick ports. It outputs data on the printer line. For some reason, this has stopped working. Then it goes into a keyboard test. So you press a certain keys on the key. It tests the cassette relay and then the input and output. But the two boxes have to work together to signal to say, yeah, I've got that voltage, do the next test.
Right, almost like a loop back connector on the port, so it can output and read the levels,
Yeah, so this is my little bit here.
That's
so
neat.
About.
That's cool.
That's my Dragon keyboard. I was on demo, but we've had to use the PC for the streaming. And then here we have, this is Simon Hardy's Alpha. Unfortunately, the reefer capacitor let go this morning on the power supply. So there was a bit of magic. There was a bit of magic smoke. We did have a nice boot screen for about 5 minutes.
Did you capture the smoke on camera?
No, I'm sorry.
If you captured it in a bottle, you could put it back in later.
Can you? I'll remember that. Okay. We come right here. So let me show.
That's the original Sprite board on the left, right? Is that the original Sprite board there, Richard?
Yeah, so this is the original 1980 Sprite board. Well, I think we actually think this is the prototype because we're not even sure if it actually went into production.
Wow.
So that's the original Sprite board.
Yeah, that's from back in 83, 84, correct?
Redefinable characters. Yeah, that's neat.
And I don't know why the demo is not moving. We might have to get hold of John and John. Why is it stopped? Why is it stopped? I haven't broken it. It was broken when I got here. He's blaming me now. I've knocked it. So
circumstantial evidence.
I'm live, yeah. I'll come back. So
that's beautiful.
This is.
That's what we've been staring at.
Yeah, this is what you've been staring at. So this is his demo board for his Sprite FM board, and this is actually what it's generating.
That's beautiful.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Like 320 by 198 or?
What resolution is this?
512 by
256 by 424.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. 256 by 424.
19,000 colors. That's quite impressive.
There are some serious. Oh wow, man, that is gorgeous. And it loads fast too.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some of the people in the States have received these boards yet. I'm still waiting for some live reports from people running them. Hopefully demo it on our show too. So.
Would you mind repeating what that was? Because I had to talk to my wife and I didn't hear it.
Oh, Ron wants to see the resolutions. If you don't mind showing that screen again.
Well, John was
It was
driving.
like 512 by 424 or something, Ron. It's
Put
pretty
the
high.
resolution screen back up, which shows the resolutions. So,
Okay, 512 by 212, 512 by 424, 256 by 212, 256 by 424.
Wow.
Am I reading that right? 19,268 colors?
that's what it says.
Yeah.
Is that what is that real, John?
19268.
Is it actually rendering 19,000 colors?
It's got the potential to do so. Whether that image does need that, I don't know. But yes, it really does do that. Yeah.
John says yes.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty
Wow.
And then is that real colors or is that using some dithering techniques? That's an odd number for a.
cool. Is that real
Hard to
colors or
generate.
dithering?
That would be real colours.
Real colors.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We're back to
That's
the
neat.
original.
Thank
Okay,
you.
these are the
So-
redefinable character keys there.
Yeah. So this is the original 1980 Sprite board.
Yeah.
This demo is just written in BASIC.
Wow.
I
Oh, look
I
at
think
that.
this was
Sprites. It's got flashing sprites
they-
on the screen.
real sprites.
Real sprites in BASIC.
Now, is this the one that John had just published the manual for? Because there were some extensions to BASIC to use this too, wasn't there?
Yeah. And if I come down to the board, if you look there, there's a modified ROM, which apparently has got all the extra basic commands and stuff in it.
Oh, neat.
So, yeah, this is sort of a real piece of Dragon history.
Wow. That is so. And it's even going off the border.
Well-
The sprites are going off the border.
Yeah.
High resolution, circle plotting.
Yeah.
Does this,
Right then.
where does the video come from? Come from the board
There's-
or the?
Yeah, it comes from the board. There's an RF, but there's no video out on it.
It's
That's odd. They
interesting
did
it's
all
got
that
an
and they
RF
actually have it in
cam.
RF only.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, which is strange, I think, if you're going to go to the effort of making a Sprite board.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially considering the Dragon had composite built in, unlike the CoCo. So
Yeah.
you guys kind of
Yeah.
had that as a default.
Well, this was
Yeah.
back in the 80s, right?
Yeah, in the UK, there weren't many TVs in the early 80s that had video inputs. It wasn't until sort of mid 80s that sort of really become a thing.
Oh, look at that. You got tanks coming down the lines. That's cool. That's neat.
Yeah,
High res graphics with sprites. Yeah, redefinable characters. Different foreground and background colors.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, now it's animating the, yeah.
yeah. And this is in BASIC, of course, not.
Yeah, no, that's,
machine code.
that's brilliant.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does this machine equal? Like the same as an Atari, or
I don't know personally.
is it beyond?
It's the
This
chip.
is,
The chip is from an MSX, which is similar to what was in the TI-99 4A as far as the graphics chip. But it's running on a Dragon.
Yeah, and it's got extra RAM as well. For
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, 64K, I think, if I remember.
That's really cool.
Right then.
All right.
So
Move on.
you're watching this, but could you also still have the green screen up at the same time?
Through
I don't know.
probably through the RF out on the Dragon, you probably could.
I'll ask. John, on the Sprite board, the original one, does the normal video still work? The normal Dragon video out?
Can't do much with it unless you code for it. So not
Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, so you have to program for it. So you could use it, but you'd have to do dedicated pokes and stuff.
everything I've seen them do with it is if you load a program, you get a flashing game.
Okay. Okay. Apparently you can use it, but it doesn't work natively, so you'd have to do any coding yourself.
Okay, so the basic extensions didn't support that, but the hardware does.
Yeah,
That's neat.
the hardware,
So it wasn't shut down; it was still available.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work because all the functions, the normal typing functions, have been pushed off to the Sprite board. So you have to code anything you want to display.
the text screen has been redirected.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That looks really neat.
Okie dokie. Right, let's move over.
Look at all these dragons. That looks like Cersei's Island right there.
So we'll do a quick look at the line.
So none of these machines have NTSC there, right? They're all
No, there's no NTSC
okay.
that I'm aware of. So this is a demo.
Yeah, Cersei's Island.
We've seen this. Who was talking about this before? One sec.
Does this version of it have the Game Master cartridge sound chip with it, so it's playing music, or is this just the raw one?
Yeah, because so I can't remember whose this is, but
Steve
they were
Bamford.
talking about. Oh yeah, Steve. Yeah, Steve was talking about the graphics and stuff on the Dragon Meet, on the Dragon Talk we had recently.
Yeah.
But this is the actual working demo, as it were, which I don't think he showed, did he?
I don't know.
So, and
Not on there. He had given a copy to some people here that actually showed it off at one of the BCF retro
right,
shows.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I love the look of the game. It has a genuine feel that it is, it could have fallen out Nintendo back in the day. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. That's gorgeous.
Steve was giving a great description earlier about asset management in the game, but I can't remember any of it.
So Steve's there too. Then we were wondering if we saw Karen and Stuart, but we weren't sure if Steve was there. So.
Yeah, he is. I don't know where he is now. Okay.
Beautiful.
What do we have here? I don't know.
Inverse text on a dragon.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what this is. Tony, is this yours? Who? Yes. What are you demoing on this machine? You all right? Yeah. All right. Say hello. And your name is, sorry?
My name's Stuart Orchards.
It's Stuart Orchard's machine.
We've heard of him.
And we
Yeah, we had a special with him.
Yeah, we did. And
Show the machine
we're
real quick.
wondering what's different here, because obviously something's different here.
Something's different.
Yeah. Is it the ready?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So what are you demoing?
What you're looking at is a version of Basics running under Flex.
Oh, it's Flex.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
This machine looks like a Dragon 32. But
Yeah.
Under the bonnet,
Okay. It is not a 32. It is a.
it started off as upgraded to 64K via the standard routes.
Yeah.
But not satisfied with that, I designed a banker board, and we actually have 256K
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
plugged into the main board and switched in 32K banks.
Okay, I got you.
Nice.
Quite crude, but you can do useful things with that.
All right. Yeah.
So the project was, what can we do to make use of this memory? So one obvious use is a RAM drive under an operating system.
Yeah.
So this took me down quite a deep rabbit hole. I thought, what operating system should I use? I know, I quite like Flex. Let's try Flex.
Yeah.
Now, the versions of Flex that are available are the CompuSense Flex and the Frank Holt Labs, is it? They did a
I don't
version
know.
of Flex
Yeah.
for CoCo.
So which Flex is this one?
This is TSC's original version of Flex from 1979.
This is the original version.
Yes,
Who ported it? You.
I've ported it to the Dragon.
You ported it to the Dragon.
Yes, I've written a console driver to drive,
That's pretty cool.
to drive 6847.
Tell him that dragon needs a few more wires.
It's got a handy keyboard through to its website.
Steve says he thinks that you need a few more wires.
There's only three there. We need
It's only three. So. But I think it's pretty neat for
Oh, absolutely.
for 256K.
Absolutely.
So if he turns that off, does he lose all the?
because they're pin compatible with 64K chip.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just the switching, isn't it?
Just have to drive one more address line. So
Yeah.
that's the business that's going on here with the banker board. Just adds that extra address line to the sound.
So where's it running Flex from?
Where is the Flex from?
Yeah, where's the Flex booting from?
Is that in ROM or?
It's booting off Toolmod's DriveWire server.
Oh, it's so it's booting off DriveWire.
Oh wow.
Is that wireless?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Now, is he planning on supporting a high-res graphic screen for lowercase text and stuff like, say, the Frank Cog Flex OPAC did?
I don't know. Are you thinking of doing a higher res?
Yeah, I was hoping to have it done today, but I ran out of time.
He's working on it, but he's run out of time.
Oh, okay.
So he was hoping to demo it today, but it hasn't. So
Is the memory battery back up?
I also had to patch this.
No.
So when you turn it off,
To
go on.
correct
Oh, wow.
Y2K bug.
Y2K compliant.
Say 1921.
Y2K compatible effects, yeah. So that's now drive wire is obviously wireless, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it? Or have you got?
It's a drive wire card. It's Tormod's design. It's a microcontroller and an SD card.
Oh, it's an SD card. Okay, so it's got its own microcontroller built in. All right, so it's not wireless. It's got its own
Okay.
microcontroller and an SD card. So
It's like printer port. So it's bit bank and serial, just like the CoCo.
yeah,
I've got
you got the
Tormod's patched drive wire.
the patch drive wire. Yeah.
Where's that
That's
hooked
pretty
up
cool,
to?
isn't it?
So that's
Is what hooked up to what?
That goes right into the bus somehow?
No, it's going to the
It's
serial
in the,
port.
it's in the printer port.
Oh, okay.
Or is it printer port or serial port?
It's in the printer port
Okay.
so that's
on the
where
parallel
you-
port.
Parallel port. Okay.
So yeah, it's been modded, off, onto the parallel port for the Dragon.
Nice. Tim Gilberts is out here. Hey, Tim. Tim Gilberts is watching us live.
Hello, Tim. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we had a couple versions of Flex on the CoCo. Spectral Associates sold one from around 81, 82, and then Frank kind of took over the market after that. So.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you hear it, but this is from the original version. It's not from a port. He's ported
Yeah, the
it
original
himself.
PSC one that was.
Yeah.
RAM
Yeah.
disk.
That's right. That's really cool. Right then.
Yeah, nice.
I hope
Beauty.
to sort of publish everything I've done once I've sort of got it to a state that's sort of fit for release.
Yeah.
So other people can have a play with it.
Yeah. It will be available soon.
So can it run games and stuff?
I don't know. What was there games or anything on the Flex? I don't think there was. Much.
Not, there wasn't many here anyway. There was a few like Eliza and some adventure games, but that was about it.
So that was mostly a business.
Yeah, mostly business OS.
Yeah.
I mean, Flex draws upon a database which predates the Dragon software.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of software written for Flex that would now work on this system.
All right. That's pretty good.
So I need to give that a go over the next few weeks just to see how much stuff I can run.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I like
And there's the man himself.
amber. There he is. Hey, Stuart.
Hey,
Here
Stu.
he is.
Hello.
Say hello. Okay. I think.
Oh, this is
Now,
like
this is Tony's.
yeah.
I think
this
this
is
is
dual
well, actually,
monitors.
This is
Magnavox.
one of his
two
little
systems.
babies there.
Okay,
little
that's
French
like the
system.
Brazilian clone color computer, I think.
Do you know what the CP400? What is it?
It's Brazilian.
Brazilian.
It is Brazilian. You're spot on.
Yeah.
Color computer clone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's CoCo 2.
It's got a very
So look-
features like
Was he?
cartridge port is too small to fit anything in.
Yeah, cartridge port too small. And look, he loves them that much. He's got two.
yeah. One of them has the multicolored keyboard. That's the more chiclety
Yeah.
style.
And the chiclet. Yeah.
And that one
do
looks
those
kind of like
cost
Apple
a
IIc
bazillion?
style keyboard.
And this is Tony's. This is the Dragon Plus, isn't it?
Yes.
So this has got the Dragon Plus, which was called the 128, was it? I think as well. So we've got on one screen we've actually got the output from the Plus, and on the other screen we've actually got the real Dragon output. So you can actually dual screen it.
Okay, so the real Dragon, I would take it, is on the left because that's like the P Mode 4 looking screen, and then the
Yeah.
one on the right is
Yeah.
the 80 column board, right?
So yeah. So
Yeah.
if we can get in there,
Prom.
there's the Plus. That's the Plus board on top.
Okay.
So would I
And
get
it's,
rich? Would I get rich selling dragon screws?
Dragon screws.
And nobody has screws in the dragons there.
Nobody why put screws in it? You're just going to take it apart
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Right.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
So yeah, hopefully as you can see there, you actually see the competence boot at the top of
Yeah.
the screen there.
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay, so yeah, you have one screen there that's 80 column, and then he's driving the graphics on the other.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
understand correctly, that CompuSense board was kind of like the WordPack 2 we had here in North America.
And those are nice Philips monitors
know.
too. I like that.
yeah, well, he's stolen one from the museum for the demo. A nice amber one and a green one for the demo.
That's nice. They're side by side. They match.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Dual screen in there.
Beautiful.
And okay, next up.
Oh, the Darth Vader dragon. Look at that.
Yeah,
that's got the color sprites on it and everything. Yeah.
This is another of Tony's machines here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What he's demoing
is that Chucky Egg?
It is Chucky Egg, but you notice something different?
Yeah, it's in color.
Yeah, colors.
It's got the that's the AGD Super Sprite looking version, right?
No, it's not. This is real Dragon graphics.
Oh, semi-graphics.
No, it's running a prototype Dragon VGA converter. It plugs into the 6809 socket and gives you VGA.
Holy crap.
And a user settable palette, I would have to guess then.
Yeah, it's got a controllable palette which you can poke. So
oh my god, that is amazing.
So it just fits in the 6809 socket, and that's all you got to do. There's none of that horrid 6847 desoldering.
So is that like CoCo VGA sort of?
It's like a poor man's CoCo VGA.
Yeah.
But it's easier to fit.
Okay.
So.
And you have some custom modes.
Well, it's not custom modes. It allows you to you can actually get in and play with the color palette.
Okay. So that's almost like what we do in the CoCo 3. We can take a P mode.
Now that it's been demonstrated to them.
Yeah.
So Tony's broken it now. Obviously, this is why you don't.
You're going to get blamed for it again,
Richard. Live demos.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you don't put the screws in.
Okay, so now we're setting colors to different registers. Poker face.
You think so?
No, it's just not working.
No.
No, it doesn't work.
No. Tony's broken it. He touched it and broke it.
Oh, hang on, I've got another idea. One second.
One more go.
One more go.
Maybe you need your Nerf hammer.
Address. F8556.
There you go. There you're changing the border.
It did something.
Okay.
There you go.
That's cool. Where you can change. Yeah. So this is kind of like what we do in the CoCo 3. We can change different color slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have individual control of the palettes, like the normal colors that it would generate on the VDG. Plus you can control the border separately. Plus you get VGA output. So
that's wicked.
But this is obviously still in prototype stage.
Yeah.
I think this is only like the third one, I think.
Okay, that's really cool.
That's new for this time. So
the ribbon has the VGA out.
Yeah, that just goes to a VGA adapter here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
now, does that one still work with like you still get your composite and stuff out of the Dragon directly as well?
Yeah, the 6847's completely untouched. All that circuitry's untouched. So what it does, it actually piggybacks off the bus.
Okay.
And it's technically emulating the 6847. The 6847 doesn't even have to be there.
Okay, that's cool.
So it is actually
it is kind of CoCo VGA-ish. Yeah.
So is that in production or no?
Not yet. I don't think it'll be that long. I've got one prototype to test, but I haven't got around to that yet. So I think
we're looking at $100 item.
I wouldn't like to put a price on it. Obviously, it's Pi based.
Okay, that's a Pi Zero in there.
To do the bulk of the conversion, yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And the other chips are just buffer chips to buffer it, from the bus.
Yeah,
that's do the logic conversion.
That's cool.
But
so the header goes right in there.
Yeah, obviously it's a real benefit on the Dragon because the 6809 is socketed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no soldering. You just unplug the 6809, plug it into this daughter board, and plug the daughter board into the 6809 socket.
Yeah. Right.
And it leaves your slot free for something else, like a disk drive or something.
Do you guys upgrade to the 6309 very often?
No, it's not a big thing in the Dragon community.
No?
No.
Pear and I are working on it.
You're working on it, are you?
Well, he released a bunch of demos and stuff here recently for the 639 for the Super Sprite board. And then we both released a bunch of games for it, too. So we're going to keep working on that and get it more popular. That's the goal.
Another Tony's machine.
That's cool.
This is again running the Super Sprite FM board.
There's your that's a
with the is that the mini MPI?
A mini MPI, and that looks like a SCART connector output on the Super Sprite board there.
So you got the SCART out to the TV, for the RGB.
Yeah.
So that mini MPI is much more expensive than ours, isn't it?
It's the same.
I think
one.
that is as
It's
Ed
that's
Snyder's.
the Ed Snyder one. It's
Well, I
just,
think
the
I mean,
shipping
by the
is more.
time it gets there,
Yeah, the shipping is more.
postage-wise.
yeah, but by the time it arrives, it's a lot more expensive. And then obviously, not to feel left out.
There's the
it's
actual
got-
CoCo VGA on the Dragon with,
Yeah.
with artifact
There's,
colors.
there's another Tony's doing a quick demo of the CoCo VGA.
Yeah,
Hey.
beautiful.
And
That's
when
actually
he-
nice for you guys because you guys get to see all these artifact color design games properly for the first time.
Yeah, the horrid color palette. Watching Zaxxon with the green just doesn't quite look
Oh,
right.
yeah, no, not quite. There we go. That's,
And then that's just running off a Zaxxon interface.
okay.
USB there
Okay.
for the disk drive.
That's the SD card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's swing around. Well,
Okay.
Are there really
there's,
any
there's,
SD?
there's some nice spicy muffins you're missing out on.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Are there anybody? Is anybody using an SD card?
We'll find out.
You know, an SDC.
No, there is on John's demo of his Sprite board. He's using a CoCo STC.
Okay, yeah, I'm using one myself
For that.
right here.
Yeah. This has got 12-volt power mod, but I don't think that's covered up, so we can't see that. And then
Okay.
we're into
Well, wait a minute.
Some-
You said that runs off USB?
no. This one runs off a 12-volt mod. We might be able to show that back on John's machine in a minute. It's got a new a replacement power board, so it just runs off 12-volt instead of all
Okay.
that AC transformer problems because there's so many go missing. And then we're into the Exotica, which I know nothing about.
That's neat.
Know nothing about.
I see the
I
space
know-
bar on there because it says space
so that's
right
a
on it.
Panasonic GR.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's
It has a
602
return key,
It's
a shift
6802.
key.
Yep, 602 with 32k of RAM. Yeah, it's quite a rare beastie. Not
It
an
is.
awful lot of software came out for it. It's actually probably the best chiclet keyboard I've
Is it
ever
there?
used. That's it there, yeah.
That's it. So
Ah, look at that.
what's running?
Mars cars, huh?
Mars cars.
Does it have a green screen native?
No.
No, it doesn't
It's-
look like
It
it's
doesn't
using
look like it's using a VDG. It's using
Yeah.
a 6802, which is similar to a 6803 like the MC10.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but that's quite a rare beastie, this one.
Beauty.
I didn't even know it existed. And then
Most people don't. Then we got the Behemoth.
we got this lovely beauty here. Look, I mean, check out this keyboard. Look at that. I mean, I could just fawn over the keyboard, I think.
Now, you won't be surprised to know this
That's
is
an
designed in the
F8.
70s.
No,
Look at that color scheme. So this machine actually came out in 1981.
this is 81,
Yep.
but designed in the 70s.
Designed in 70s, yeah. So it's Fujitsu FM8. And
Yeah.
for 1981, you got a huge spec given the majority of the machines that were around at the time.
Yeah,
This is a dual 6809.
dual 6809,
Yeah, it comes with 64k of RAM.
64K RAM. Excellent.
And it supports bubble RAM. Which was,
Bubble RAM?
Yeah, so that was a technology back at the time which allowed you to save things to what looked like little cartridges.
Oh, yeah.
Power the machine off, unplug it, take it somewhere else to another FMA, plug it into that one, and you could read and
So,
write to it.
so you could have movable carts that you could actually store stuff in your bubble RAM.
You could indeed.
Yeah,
That
it was
is
a non-volatile
But they
RAM.
are like
We had
things
some
you
additions
never
for the
managed to
CoCo that
find
did
them. It was a
that.
technology that never really took off, and they actually there's a little blanking plate in there, and they live inside there.
So that's the cart slot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So was the
Is that-
FM77 a
machine
sequel
came
to
out
this?
Before the FM7.
What was the FM77?
That came out.
That came after.
Yeah.
That was after.
So it was FM8, FM7,
FM.
new FM7, then the 77.
Okay, so it was
Yeah, because the 77 was a dual 6809 too, so I was wondering how they're related since you said this is a dual
Yeah.
6809.
So this
I want-
is.
I
this
wonder
is
if that gets warm.
two
You
before.
don't have a fan in it, do they?
Yeah, yeah, and she's very heavy, bit of a monster.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking machine,
Yeah, it is.
and
Machine.
that's why it's running there.
Is running a little game there. There's not much game software for it. It was sold as a business machine you could use at home.
Yeah,
So there was business software and a few games.
so it's mostly business stuff released for
It
it.
was designed for business use, but
Where-
they did write games for it.
And did it come out of Japan?
Yes.
It did come out of Japan. All right. Is this a 120 volt machine, or did they sell it in Europe?
This is a 110 volt machine.
Or 110, yeah, 110.
yeah.
So, but did they sell it in Europe?
No.
It's not. It's just. It was a Japan only. JDM.
Correct. I got this one from this country, so it was brought in at some point, but it is a Japanese.
All right. Excellent. And moving over.
Over here, we have the Thomson TO8. So this was a very late machine for the 8 bits. So it is a 6809 based machine.
Another 609.
A whopping 128K of RAM.
Yeah.
Came out in 1986, which means it's starting to encroach on the 16-bit era, but it was the last ditch attempt at an 8-bit machine. So they ramped up the memory, increased the clock speed of the
Is it 6B09? Is it?
Yes.
You know? Okay. Yeah. So it's 2 meg.
And there's still modern software being written for it. This game came out last year.
So this is new software came out last year.
Brand new software. Yeah, came out last year. It's a version of Jetpack.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, intro this. Give us a quick demo.
Demo of what the game is like. There you go.
Oh wow, beauty.
That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
When you think for an 8-bit machine, it's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
This is a port of Jetpack off the Spectrum, like?
It's not a port. It's a complete rewrite just for the Thomson, but it's obviously heavily based on Jetpack.
Yeah. I don't know if you had that in the States. There was a game on Spectrum called Jetpack, which was very similar to this. But
Yeah,
this
we've seen it though. It doesn't look this good.
No, it doesn't look this good. No, this looks well.
Now, does this have hardware sprites?
Do you know if it's hardware sprites or anything, or was it?
It does have hardware sprites.
It does
have hardware sprites, and quite a lot of them on the screen. If memory serves, up to 32 on screen.
32.
Yeah,
This is quite a powerhouse.
This is a powerhouse. It has a palette of about 4,000 colors, and you can display up to 256 on the screen at once.
256.
Yeah, depending on the resolution that you're in.
Considering this came out the same year as the CoCo 3, it actually sounds like the hardware is better than a CoCo 3 for a lot of it.
So it was a bit of a powerhouse. Yeah. They were obviously trying to compete with the 16-bit machines, and I think they did quite well. It's a bit like this machine's a little bit like the San Coupe, so it can do a lot more, but it's really behind the curve. Yeah,
So almost
depends on
had
pricing as
memory
well.
management.
yeah, that's expensive.
But yeah, that's a really nice. That's a really nice machine.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
And then
Is this your 90 as well?
This is my Alice 90. Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
So another really nice French rarity.
Yeah, French rarities. This is the Matra Alice 90. So this is a 6803 based machine.
683.
Yeah.
Is it anything to do with the what's the word I'm looking for?
MC10.
MC10. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No, not this one.
It's not a clone as such.
So the smaller one, you're thinking of the original Alice, Matra Alice.
Oh, it's a Matra Alice was a clone. Okay.
So that's the little one that looks like a Toshiba MC10.
All right. Actually, look. Okay. Yeah.
But in red. Then that was followed up by the Matra 32, which is in the same platform, and then this came out after that. The Alice.
So what year was this?
This is not compatible with the
It's
previous.
it's nothing to do with the MC10 or any way whatsoever.
Nothing
Completely
at all,
different machine.
apart from it doesn't even have the same video chip. So the 6847.
It's gone. Yeah. If we look at the color palette. The
Oh, that's
6847
beautiful.
is gone.
If I just show you,
That is
you'll see
beautiful.
that the color is
Oh,
not
look at that.
much. It is a totally different machine.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now what this machine didn't live very long.
No.
It wasn't out for very long. What made this machine a little bit special is that straight out of the box you got gen locking capabilities with the machine. So you can actually fit in series a VHS cassette recorder.
All right. You can and video impose.
Correct. You can video.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah, you
almost
can
like
video
Amiga
impose it.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got some unique features apart from its overall shape and design,
Oh,
which
yes.
I think is lovely. Some
It's
people
quite-
think it's hideous.
It's very quirky and nice.
I think it's lovely.
It's
But yeah,
80s.
it is-
You have to go mad.
Absolutely.
Go red.
Go red or go home. Every
Yeah.
machine looks better in red.
Yeah. So.
And I just think she's lovely. I do like the Alice machines. I like the Thomson machines. But
Yeah.
what I wanted to do today was just bring some 680X variants.
So there's the Parado now.
Hello.
680X variants
Hello.
people I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And I think most people they may have heard of the Alice, but hopefully never seen one. And I don't think anybody would have seen the Panasonic, for example.
No, I've never seen a Panasonic. No, it's really good because I've seen loads of pictures of the Alice 90, but never seen one.
Richard, what is his
It's
name
good.
that you're talking to?
It's got a little quirk. It's got
Sorry, what's your name?
Roy
Roy.
Templeman. Hello. If anybody follows me on Twitter, I'm the loud Scots bloke.
He's the loud Scots bloke on Twitter.
Could we see the boot screen?
So yeah,
The boot screen. Are you ready to put the boot screen up for the audience?
Yes, it doesn't have an on-off switch, which is slightly.
He has to go crawling under the floor. Now look what you've made him do.
What? No, I'm
Off
out.
switch.
So you plug it in and it's on.
Okay. It starts off looking like a
So
VDG.
it's deliberately made to look
Well,
like
that does look like a 68447.
It does. Yeah.
But
It's not quite right, is it?
It's not quite right, and you can flick between 40 column mode, which is this,
Oh, look at that.
and also 80 column mode, which is this.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
It's still very cheap.
That's
And you
very
can read it.
So it's a lovely,
Yeah, and even on a
Even
TV.
you can still read it. Super clean.
Yeah,
That's
really good.
Yeah,
that
SCART
is
was amazing for that.
SCART
So
output.
how did you load the program in?
is that RGB SCART? I'm assuming.
well, it's actually French. It's Paratel.
Oh, it's Paratel.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
okay.
But yes, near enough. Near
Yeah,
enough.
right, okay.
How did
Right
you
then,
load
thank you very
the
much.
program
My pleasure.
Right then, let's quick move on. Quick round the room. This is Adrian. Say hello, Adrian.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello, Adrian.
Is there any
This is,
Brandons there?
This is Simon Hardy's "Buy It, Please Take It Away" stash.
Oh, wow.
So look, somebody's trying to take the Dragon 32 already. He's put it back for now. So yeah, this is all the doubles from his collection that
Oh,
he's
wow.
trying to sell off to everybody.
Beautiful. I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Is that a Dragon laptop? That's
£1.
amazing.
No. I checked earlier. I did check. No, it's a real iBook G4 running X-Roll.
Extra beauty.
Yeah.
It's got a chiclet
and then,
keyboard.
Chiclet keyboard. I'm not sure if that's insulting or not. I don't know. And then
That looks like a GoTech
yeah,
or
this
something
is
there.
this is someone's personal project. Where they're
Oh, look at
working
that. They're programming as LED
Yeah.
pans. Yeah, that's cool.
so they're doing their own little interface board so they can program the display, and they hope to upgrade it and put the ROM and stuff in so they can run the display remotely.
That's
So
cool.
do a personal project there.
I
Right then,
I
let's keep
approve
on
of the
moving.
wiring there. That's beautiful.
He approves of the wiring. Right, let's move on.
Thank you for doing this, Richard. This is awesome.
There's no problem. Right, okay. Here we are.
Oh, my
Everybody's
goodness.
got
is-
jackets on, so
This
you
is
can't
a
tell if
beast.
they got
This
t-shirts
is,
on.
hang on. Do you know what? I'm going to need help. Hang on one sec. Let me grab someone. Where's it? Adrian? Adrian? Tony?
This is one of
I'm
the
gonna-
Super Dragon prototypes, I would imagine, right?
No, not quite. Not quite.
No? Is that a Battlestar Galactica jacket there?
Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, that
No, I don't
shoulder
think so.
patch on that tan. Okay.
I don't think so. This is, we'll put the cover on in a minute. This is what is called the Positron 9000.
Oh, my God.
And
6809 base.
this 6809, and it's OS 9 level 2.
How many are those
And-
CPU sockets there or ROM sockets?
They're
Wow.
ROM sockets, so it's actually got OS 9 level 2 on ROM.
Oh, my God.
This reminds
So-
me of the gimmicks.
They might be in the wrong sockets.
Yeah, no, there's a big debate going on. This was a rescue machine, as you can see. It's
Oh, yeah, look at the
it hasn't been well cared for.
No.
Um,
Did you find it in
but,
a riverbed?
it was definitely
Oh.
this is definitely it's definitely a garage find.
Oh, poor
It
baby.
was, no, actually no, it was a shed,
Okay.
and the mice have been into it. They
Oh,
love
wow.
the little blue capacitors,
Oh,
the 0.1 decoupling cups. They've had a good go at that. But yeah, this is quite a beastly machine. Unfortunately, as you may have worked, it's not in the best of health.
no.
So it doesn't run at all.
No.
Well, see,
Was it 256K RAM as standard?
128.
101?
No.
No, it's got more than that. It's got 3 banks, hasn't it? We've got 170, whatever.
The default machine just came with the first bank popular.
64K.
64K.
All right.
128.
So yeah, up to, well, we think 256, but we're not sure.
192 or something.
Board,
On the main board.
256 on the expansion
Yeah.
board.
Because it's got an expansion socket as well.
It's also had 4 extra serial ports. So it would have gone
Yeah.
that way.
So we think it was primarily aimed at running serial
Yeah, like
terminals.
as a terminal.
Because these are all spare for terminals, and then this is all the control stuff for all the serial.
So it didn't have an internal power supply.
It did, but that is not very well.
That's probably where that big empty socket is over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
that's
the
where
Empty
the power
spot.
supply was, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been taken out.
This really
because
reminds me of a gimmick. It's probably meant to be a time-sharing terminal type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no bus.
Then we got the keyboard with all logic, and we've actually got all the video as well over here as
Oh
well.
my goodness.
Video text terminal.
So it actually supports video text. I don't think. Did you have that in the States? The video text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bollard chipset there.
Positron
So-
computers limited 9,000.
yeah. Would you just kind of put the cover on so we can take a look at it in its all?
Oh wow.
And that's the original monitor that
Wow.
it came with. So yeah, this is quite a rare.
Oh my god. It
689.
kind of looks like a dragon a little bit.
It does.
Yeah,
It looks
aesthetically
like
it does.
Looks like a
It looks like
well-fed
it's-
dragon.
It looks like a dragon that's put some weight on for sure.
Yeah. I like the different colored key segments and stuff too. That's wild.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a quick look at the keys.
So could it say open the pod bay doors? Hell,
Oh, the brake key is down below.
That's different. Repeat key, that reminds me of the Apple II.
hey, at least it's red though.
Yeah.
And of course the ultra cool positron.
That is super cool.
I just love the name of this machine. I mean,
Yeah.
So what time frame was this thing sold?
82 is what,
Do you know
that's what the
it was,
mother
it
the
was
circuit
82
board
on the board,
yeah.
but
yeah.
we think this machine's from 83.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool, right? And that's Adrian. It's proud
Hey
owner.
Adrian. That's a beauty of a machine right there.
One thing this is missing is the disk unit, which is another box this side. This
Yeah.
on top. And then you had a floppy drive box sat on top of that.
Yeah,
So the whole machine was up to here by the time it was fully built.
yeah.
All powered by nitrogen.
So yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. There's this shelf here is where the disk drives would go.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, there's dip switches down the side which allows you to control whether it can boot off the internal ROMs for OS 9 or it can boot externally on the IE. Was it IE IEEE connection? So yeah, that's the Positron 9000.
Hey Richard, are you missing the
And the
quiz?
quiz-
Has the quiz started yet, or are you not doing the quiz
No, no, because I'm part of the chain of that.
yet? Okay, perfect. We'll make sure you're not missing anything.
So
Okay.
we're going to have to do. So
So could you
This-
upgrade this to a Negatron?
so
That's cool.
and this is Adrian's machine, and he's binaryDinosaurs.co.uk. So there's pictures and more stuff there if you're interested in the Positron. I think he's dumped the ROMs out as well. So if you want OS 9 level 2 ROMs, that's the place to go. And this is John Whitworth.
Hey John, we recognize that dragon mask.
Is that a BBC?
And this is my beta board from the beta prototype, which is John's doing some work. He's doing some reverse engineering on it.
Oh, beautiful.
But that's a top secret project.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't.
We won't.
Okay. Right. I'll just do a quick show. This is just the back shelf where the public come in. So they got
Okay.
BBCs and Archimedes. You know, the first real RISC machines there.
Oh, neat.
Where ARM came from. So this is like one of the forebearers of ARM,
Neat.
the Archimedes.
So that's the arm
So-
pit.
Yeah. So it was. I think that was probably the Archimedes into ARM was probably one of the biggest success stories out of the UK 8-bit industry, really. You know, because it spawned Acorn, which spawned Archimedes, which spawned ARM.
Oh my
Then
goodness,
we've
look at
got-
that beast.
This is a Research Machines 380. They were very popular in schools and universities. And this was just before, this is early 80s, late 70s, just before the BBCs. Micros took over the UK.
Does that have a Z80 in it?
Yeah, Z80. CPM mostly. Okay, right. What we're going to do is, if I'm going to have to leave you for a minute, and what we'll do is we'll get the pub quiz set up.
Okay.
We'll come back to you in like 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes or so, I'm guessing.
All right. Beauty.
Is that okay? I'll
That's
catch
fine.
you soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for the tour.
We'll sit here and just talk and fill time until you get back.
Okay. Speak to you soon.
All right. Okay. So I guess if you guys want to turn on your cameras for now, so we can fill the screen.
Yeah, but that'll start the drop of viewership.
Yeah. Right. Or I can just keep it spotlit on the butt cam where we're seeing everybody's butts and crotches as they stand in front of the laptop there too. So whatever works, whatever's clever. That was neat. That little walkthrough was neat.
Yeah, I've never heard of the positron before. That's a pretty cool looking machine.
I thought a
And the
positron.
Fujitsu FM8 I hadn't heard of. Like I know the 77 because we've seen those even at CoCo Fest, but never heard
I
of the
thought
FM8.
positronic brain is what Lieutenant Commander Data had on the Next Generation.
Yeah, obviously they shrunk the die size a bit since.
And this has been neat being able to see that. It was nice to see something other than the static camera for after an hour of staring at the same.
Yeah. Well,
screen.
that's a thing that we've been told even doing our live streams from CoCo Fest. Because if you just set up a camera and let it run, that's basically what we watch the entire weekend type things. When you guys actually bring it out to a seminar or you walk around, do the walk around like you've done before in the past, there it's much more interesting to the viewer. Though it's better than nothing. I mean, I'd rather have some coverage like this.
Did we record any of that?
Well, we're streaming it, so we can always go back and
it's all
download
recorded
it
on YouTube and Twitch and.
Yeah. I'm not doing a local recording of all of this just because Grant Leedy. Good coverage, guys. All right. Grant Leedy freaked out because now he can see us. All right. Yeah, the beauty curve just went down. Yeah.
All that power running the next CoCo Fest is going to
can you imagine what kind of power grid they need there at that museum to handle all that retro tech?
What's that display port?
Well, especially some of those older machines there from the late 70s and stuff too that are quite large power supplies.
That positron machine looked really cool though. It was huge. It was nothing but PCBs and chips. I mean, every square inch of the inside of that case was PCB.
If I understood the RAM in there, it looks like it has 192K RAM installed, expandable to 256, and they probably had that expansion
the
bus
daughter
board. You could
board
add
or
another
whatever,
256 or 512. Which for that time period, that's pretty high end stuff.
Right. When you said there's no bus run, you meant like expansion slots, like what you'd find in a PC.
S100.
Yeah, S1. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I would think of it more as a single expansion slot, that one triple header connector they showed. But I'm not sure if that's just for RAM, in which case, no, it isn't a bus thing, or if it's actually able to handle I/O.
You notice that in the cutout in the back looked like it could handle about 8 more serial ports that could be bolted on there. So definitely,
the gimmicks was like that too.
Would have been a super.
They usually use the cards for,
like a Unix-like terminal server, Yeah, Tim Gilbert says, I really appreciated that seeing around. Annoyed I could not get out there. Also, the 10 or so UART slots, he was saying, because all those serial ports each needed their own little a universal asynchronous receiver transmitter chip, right, for the I/O. Yeah, that was neat. That Super Sprite board looks pretty awesome. What you can do with it.
Yeah,
I would like to see. I know it'd be a complete rewrite, but I would love to see Bosco's new game, Cersei's Island, done with real sprites and music.
Well, he's doing it with real music on the GMC.
Yeah,
is that the same chip, or is it slightly different?
I don't think it's the same chip. I don't remember. Okay. I think it's a Yamaha chip or a TI chip or something that's in there.
Because the music part, I don't think would be too hard to switch over.
Well,
Per's been doing driver stuff for like 3 or 4 different sound chips already, so that wouldn't be too difficult.
That other one that was kind of like the CoCo VGA-esque thing where you could poke in the pallets on the VDG, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, no soldering required. I mean,
because as soon as I saw Chucky Egg run, I'm like, man, what is this? Is this running on a Super Sprite board? Is this running on a with the
and it's just standard PMO 3 with redefined pallets?
Yeah,
like we do
kind of like we were doing the CoCo 3. Yeah. Other than we can't change the border on PMO 3 stuff, right?
Well, if you redefine it as a gimme mode, which is mapped exactly the same
right, but I mean, like what we do in
use.
BASIC when we're just trying to palette hack a game.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Now, mind you, you could rewrite BASIC to use P-Mode 3 setup through the gimme versus through the emulated VDG. Then you could do that. Wouldn't be too difficult, but you might have some incompatibility.
Jeremy Laundry is asking, is that Doom running on a CoCo behind Ron, or a Dragon anyways, right? So
Dragon.
is that the real Doom from the PC?
No, I don't think so. I think it's,
Just a splash screen? Or do you actually have a game to demo
no,
there as well?
it was the splash screen of the. Let's see.
I think that's a virtual background. There's Richard there. You can see Richard standing up. He's got some long hair.
And he's kind of like the Dragon archivist. Too.
Yes, he is, a historian.
He's collecting all this documentation stuff before it goes missing.
Oh.
So we did see some new products like that, the one we were just talking about, the palette changing thing that also gives you VGA output. And that's a nice, cheap way to get, to change the view of your Dragon titles to get, colors.
I don't see why you couldn't do that on a CoCo too, honestly. It's just going,
it's
just
there's
piggybacking on top of the 1600.
Well, unfortunately, the one thing is not all CoCo 2s, for example, had socketed CPUs, so you're still back to the, you might have to desolder and socket the thing. Older CoCo ones and earlier, or all CoCo ones and earlier CoCo 2s would be socketed though, so it would work there.
I'm gonna go see what's going on in my house. I got 2 kids that are doing God knows what. I'll be back.
And what are you working on, Mark? Still going through your archives of your discs there?
Yeah, well, I'm right now trying to figure out how to use the SDC to transfer this big T so that I can send it to you, because it also has the source code.
Create a blank disk image on the SDC.
I've got that and working.
And then just mount that drive as a drive 1 or 2 or whatever, and then leave your floppy one alone, and just do a backup 0 to 1.
Yeah,
whatever drives
I'm working on the syntax. I've got a cheat sheet up on the wall here.
I'll do it from this.
It'd be something like drive 1, comma, quote, whatever the path to your virtual disk image is.
We're going to decamp.
And then drive 0, comma, off to let it access real floppies.
You need to see the screen.
Assuming you're on drive 0 on the physical floppy.
I'm on OS 9.
I'm going to have to decamp.
Oh, okay. Are you running EOU or an older one?
Yep, your EOU.
Yeah, the SDC2 utility will let you mount a disk image on H1, for example.
SDC2?
Yeah. I think it's SDC. Well, if you type SDC2 by itself, it'll give you some help. But it's SDC2 mount
Okay, I didn't know that
/ H1 space, the name of the path to the disk image.
I was trying to use the original SDC.
Now, Bill rewrote a much easier to use one.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I can understand.
Hey, just so you know, what he's getting ready to do is to set up their quiz, which is like their trivia thing. So when that happens, we should turn off our cameras again and go on mute, and he's going to screen share the slideshow of the quiz that people will be taking part in, kind of like our CoCo Fest trivia night.
Okay,
so that's what he's going to be setting
mute
up.
We'll
mute and turn off cameras, and I'll just spotlight. I'll go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight the even though it's pointing at the ceiling right now. He's going to get. Yeah, there we go. Well, as soon as they get it going, yeah, okay. So we'll spotlight that view.
Coming through.
And yeah, so what they're gonna start to do is set up their quiz, and then at that point they're going to be going to the pub after this. Because for them it's already almost 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? As the old saying goes.
Yep. Speed drawing on the bragging.
Brown. Nobody uses brown.
Right. Where's that VGA cable?
Bye.
Where's the VGA cable? Oh, you unplugged it? Well, I'll explain when we get there. I would probably recommend Teams.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, what devices is SDC using?
Or what was that, Mark?
What devices is the SDC using?
Not working.
What's the descriptor names?
Well, you can use H1. That can be a floppy or a hard drive image. So you just do an STC2 space mount space / H1 space the name of the or the path to the virtual disk.
It seems I already have something on each one.
Yeah, you can change it though. You can change it on the fly. In fact, I don't think you even have to dismount it first. I think it'll just replace it with whatever you tell it to. I don't have my CoCo fired up to try the exact syntax, but it's in the help. If you don't get it sorted out, we can do it later today after the show.
I've done this before. I just got to remember. I did it before using the SDC command. Because I was thinking it was using like S1, S0, S1.
Yeah, it had hard-coded ones, and that's one thing that bugged me and Bill. So we have it so you can actually just link it up to the descriptor. Okay. Hello, people. I don't know if they can hear us.
I don't think so.
Hello everyone, the museum is now closing now.
There's no CoCo questions.
Thank you.
There may be CoCo related questions, but there is no CoCo question. Okay.
Legal path names.
Yeah, it's not a bad picture, is it? Hello, CoCo people. Can you hear me?
Yes, Richard, we can.
Excellent. We're going to go ahead with the pub quiz. There will be questions. There will be answers at the end, obviously.
Okay, beauty.
All right. I do have one problem now, which I can't see how to resolve.
You might have to mute or minimize Zoom so you can see your slideshow.
Yeah, let me hide them now. Okay, right. Hopefully that'll do. I'll just move it out of the way if need be. Right, is everybody ready? Yes. Right, I'll just let you know the questions do range from mediocre to hardcore, so don't feel upset if you can't answer them. Okay, so it's round one, just questions, one point each. And which first did Buzzer Bait from Michael Dill introduce for a Dragon computer game? I'll give you a clue. It came in a bigger box. Question 2. Which other microdeal game used the same 3D engine as Phantom Slayer? Right then, moving on. This gonna be tricky. Name all the microdeal Dragon games with Cuthbert in the title.
Oh my goodness.
1 point for each title. This does only with Cuthbert in the title. If he appears on the cover like Athletics, that doesn't count. Has to be in the title. So got the game like Cuthbert in the things. This is quite long. There's quite a few titles for this one.
Can I just check my stock?
No. No, you cannot rush round to the other side. See? we got hands up. You think? Oh, there's still writing going on. Well, if I told you that, that'd make it even easier. Even easier. I'll give you a clue. I think it's around 7, but around 7. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a bit of a clue. It might be 7. It might not be. Right, we're cool for the next one. Next up. We got hands up. So this is another bit hardcore. So who wrote Manic Miner? No, Cuthbert did not write it. What was the brand name? So Microdeal had its own little budget section. And who was that? What was the titles? Not titles, the name given to that separate Microdeal brand. No, there's pen trouble. But we'll come on to that. Right, next up. Okay, so this is an historical question. Unfortunately, this won't mean much to the Americans. There was Blabby Software released a game inspired from the TV program Boys from the Black Stuff. What was the title of the game? Think of a catchphrase from the program if you can remember the game. Remember the program? Well, nope. No, and no shouting it out, obviously. Next up. How many little Indians were there in the title of Channel 8's adventure game? Well, actually, no. Well, the thing is, it's a well-known murder mystery, Little Indians. So if you know that, I think it was Agatha Christie might have done it. No. Ah, God. I can't give you any more clues. And what was the name of the main character in Salamander's games, including Franklin's Tomb? It's got a nice hat. Very Indiana Jones looking. I don't know, do we have half a point for that? No. And what was his former job? So what did he do before he went adventuring? Plumber. He plumbed his way out of the cave. And a bit of a cryptic question. Which game did Tim love? You'd have to know the title of the game. There's no technical questions, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. There's no technical questions. I was told this is a software-based quiz. So that's the remit I was given. So it's all software-based. There's no hardware questions. You're not going to get out of that clock cycle question. Okay, another tricky one. Where do you have to escape from in the game Beyond the Cyber Moon? Yeah. So where are you in the game? I'll take anything close. It doesn't have to be the exact description. Well, you know, if it's a car and you say they have to escape from a bucket, I don't think I'll count that. All right? That won't fly. Okay, I know the Mastertronic fan people at the back. So what was the retail recommended price for Mastertronic titles? I'll give you a clue. It was their budget titles. Yeah. And second data game, also released by Microdeel, Lunar Rover Patrol, was a Clone Witch arcade game. So even if you know Lunar Rover Patrol, if you think about it, it's very similar to the original. Right then, quick, I'll move on then, very quickly. Here we go. Here's back in the archives now. Which Dragon game offered a prize of £6,000? Which, of course, somebody did win. No, not that I'm aware of. Oh, is it 2? I think this was the first game to offer a big prize. I think it's probably the more well-known one because I don't know about the other one that's offering a big prize. Another for the. Yeah, I was going to offer bonus prizes for the spelling, but I don't think I will. Right, Cable Software's drone data tank had something unusual on side 2 of the cassette. What was it? Anything close will do. So on side 1 was the game, but on side 2, what was on the other side? Which actually was part of the game, but it wasn't a loadable game. There's 20 questions, then there's 2 picture rounds. So you might run out of paper. Alligator released a game with the same name as a famous blockbuster 70s film. What was it called?
So want to give this one away.
No.
I'll tell you what, we'll give it a big play.
Yeah. Don't tell everybody. Right then, don't tell him. There was a pretty big clue there. Actually, it's not that far away from Alligator either. Anyway, we'll move on. Okay, another tricky one. I only included this because I thought it was a complete irony. If you know the place. Which seaside town was Oasis software based? And it wasn't somewhere nice like Brighton. It was somewhere you would not consider to be an Oasis in the UK. It's a bit of an oxymoron, so that's why I had to put it in. It's not the East Coast. Let's put it that way. It's on the west side. MST Consultants released several titles for the Dragon. What genre of software did they release? MST Consultants released software. What genre was it? It wasn't a game, okay? It wasn't gaming software. So what was it aimed at? Ooh, a trickier question, general question. So you avoid wandering into the hens, but what type of bird is in the cage? And occasionally comes out the cage. But what bird is hidden away? And the last question in this round. If I said I had a VDK file, what would it be? Anything close will do. You don't have to get the acronym. Well, that's because this is just the cover photo for the round. Look, the titles are there. Astroblast. I'm not giving it away that easy. So anyway, right, okay, covers round. I think it says what it is in tin. I'm sorry, it is a... It's 1 point for the title, 1 point for the publisher. Yeah, I photoshopped it in the same color. That's very pretty. Well, there is variations. I did mix it up a bit. Next one. I know this is a favorite among some people here. And no, you can't go and look at the stack in the corner again. Definitely. It is. Last seen on eBay for £70. A real bargain. Or you can get it from Simon over there for about £3. It might have been. You seem surprisingly happy for fighting dinosaurs. It's a good game. Was this released on other? I think it did come out on other titles, didn't other platform? It did come out on other platforms, didn't it? This game. Yeah. All right, number 4. Again, as mentioned before, in case anyone didn't miss it, is one point for the title, 1 point for the publisher. You're loving those back graphics, aren't you? You just, yeah. Well. No, there's no. I decided against bonus points for spelling right. What's in the background? Just think. What's in the background? Bats? No. Okay. Clues. Number 6. Right. Every game doesn't have Cuthbert in the title.
Every dragon screen is green.
I'm not sure what's going on with that snake thing in the background there. I mean that seems very dubious to me. The whole thing. Anyway, next up. It is. We should know it then. Cool then. Clive Sinclair. Cuthbert Sinclair. Good guess. It's a ship sinking. Yep. It's related to another famous 70s film, but I don't think it's a booby prize. I don't even think there is a prize. Apart from the honor. The honor. Okay. Right, screenshot round. And this is Cuthbert, okay? Hey. But this is not a question. So yeah, again, it's 1 point for the game, 1 point for the publisher. I'll give you a clue over there. If you can work that out, you're part of the way there. The pink is not relevant. Well, that sounds like a good game. Is it based on Leisure Suit Larry? And no, it's not UK towns. Okay, all right. Okay. So what you thought the other game was? Rub that out and put this one in. 200-mile-an-hour mine. Right, ready? Next up. Yeah, it's a bit hardcore, this one. I apologize. See, are they the collars? You know, are they is Big Pimp collars, you thinking? Right. Next up. It came out on more than one platform. It's not a Dragon dedicated game. You should know this, Simon. It's all screenshots off your website. I wouldn't know. I can't remember. It's been 30 years since I played that. Right, next up, number 8. It's not ST software, okay? Top tip, okay? It's not ST software. Well, they might have wrote it, but they didn't publish it. Okay. And just to confuse everybody, and no, it's not a Spectrum screenshot. Okay, it's bonus question. I think only one person in the room might get this, but I hope the knowledge did spread a while back. What did Harry Whitehouse of Peaksoft landscape his garden with? Simon, no, then no. You're not. Okay, there we go. Right then.
What should we do? Should we swap round? Or do we just trust people? I'm sure we can be honest enough around.
I'm not sure if you got that, but apparently we should have done a challenge with the CoCo people.
Now, today's your day, man. Don't worry about us.
No, it's because I think they would. That's because we might actually stand a chance of winning. We wouldn't get slaughtered like in the Chucky Egg competition, apparently. Okay, right now I know you're eager. Bang them out. Here we go. That mostly worked, wiggling the joystick, but yeah. I know you got wiggle it for 5 minutes. I'm sure some people are quite good at that, but it is a long time. Escape. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
2.
7.
Excellent. Last name? Oh, there was. We might have to come back to that. Have you got that written down now? We will come back to that. There will be checking. What was the game they released on subscription only? You could only buy direct on blank cassette. That wasn't Cuthbert though, was it? No. No.
Hey, Richard, can you hear me?
Sorry, hello, yeah.
Okay, so Chris Poacher says you missed out on one that was called Cuthbert Enters the Tombs of Doom.
Cuthbert Enters the Tombs of Doom. Has anybody heard of this? That was on what, sorry? Commodore 64. Apparently, it wasn't released for the Dragon. Somebody says, I've been informed.
Okay. Well,
I have, this is the best I could find through
right
the archive.
now, I mean, 7's a pretty good list. Hopefully they got a few of those.
Yeah.
I will mention too, some of us threw in some of the answers as the quiz was going on in the chat too, so you guys can go back and view.
Yeah, we're not in the chat. Phones are banned.
That's fine. We're playing along at home. We're doing our own version of the game here.
So it was Pocket Money Software for their budget titles. Gets a job. Gets a job. There were 10 little Indians. Yeah. What was that, Adrian? No, Cuthbert was not in Salamander range of games. A cop. Police, private detective. I'll take private detective. Yeah. And Tim loves cricket. He definitely loves cricket, yeah. That was close. Huh. Don't go into the corners. Yeah, that counts, yeah. So, yeah, you're on a deserted alien ship. Or a ship, spaceship, anything like that will do. And in the £1.99 range, it was £1.99. Still cheaper, yeah. Simon's still trying to flog your stuff. £1 starting from, and even free. There's some free. Yeah. And it was Moon Patrol. It was a clone. Pimania or Pimania? So what yeah, what was the Hellraiser, was it? I don't know that one. And on the B side of the cassette was Trough, which is the training officer. So there was talking in a robot voice on the back. You would play the cassette with the audio on, and then it would draw graphics and stuff and walk you through the operation of the ship. So anything that's training or talking robot, anything like that will do. Tank noises do not count now. It was Jaws. That's a badly drawn copyright. Why have I got to look at? That's a badly drawn shark there. They got far too many teeth. Western Super. I'll take Western Super Mud. Yeah. Well, I did try to provide some form of evidence for this. And MST was business software. It was all accounting and stuff like that. Utilities? And the bird in the cage is a duck. I'm not aware of that particular breed of bird. So VDK is a virtual disk image, but I'll take disk image, floppy image, anything like that. Right. Okay. So into the covers round. So it's UXB from Virgin Games. You mentioned UXB. Did you write USB down? No. Oh, they didn't write it down. They had the answer. Bomb. Did you get Flight Simulator? Oh, I'll take that then. I'll take that. It's so this is Ergen. So this is Ergen Softec. No, you do not need the exclamation mark. You don't need the exclamation mark. Those 3 letters, I think, is enough. I can't remember. Speedball. Speedball? Why not? So it's Transvanian Tower and Richard Shepard software. And it was Monaco Grand Prix. Was it Morocco? Oh, sorry, my bad. Morocco. Did you get micro deal?
All of them have got micro deal. They want micro deal for everything.
Go on then.
Yeah. Good. Except we're going to win, so thank you.
Just to save your face, I'll let you have Grand Prix. And this one was Salamander software and the Cricklewood incident.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, let's just
No, Cuthbert wasn't this one either. And it's the Chocolate Factory and Minutes. And this is into relation now that the Dragon Factory is now actually a chocolate factory. So this is why it's included.
Anybody who's found this quiz part painful, don't play that. It's a good game.
If painful game, is it? Okay, maybe I miss it. The Poseidon Adventure. It's Dragon Data. And it's Wintersoft, The Rings of Darkness. Okay. I'll take rings or ring. Okay then. Right, screenshots ready. That was Flag by Dragon Data. Giant blockbusters.
It's even got, can I have a pee, please, Bob? Look,
Is it a P? That's the flag.
that's a pee. Running for a pee there.
Vegas jackpot. You said Vegas, didn't you? What did you write down now? Excellent. Hey, there's a start. Yeah, there's a win. You didn't say Mastertronic. You didn't put Microdeal down, did you? And that's addictive. Speed Racer. And this is Microdeal. Did you write Microdeal? No. So for those listening in, that's Adrian. Adrian's team. They didn't write Microdeal down for this one. They wrote Microdeal down for everything else. Frogger. It is. It's the official Frogger, so it's the real thing. It's a very good game. I highly recommend it. Shaft. I've never played it. I just love the picture, and that's by Dragon Data. Obviously, there's some artistic license being taken.
I thought that game was called Ron Delvaux PI.
Sorry, that's Ron DeVoe, is it?
Yeah, Ron Delvaux.
In his youth.
Yeah.
Has he still got the collars though? Has he still got the big
He
collars?
might. I can see Ron in a trench coat. Yeah.
Yeah. And a few of us played this game in real life at CoCo Fest a few years back.
Did you?
Getting trapped in an elevator shaft.
Okay, it was Hungry Horace. From the classic Spectrum game. Pardon? No. It's a screenshot I stole from the archive. There's Poltergeist opening doors. 3D Space Wars, and that's Houston Consultants.
Who is it? Oh, hello.
3D Abab Attack, whatever it is.
I'll mention too that this was our game selection for the week for CoCoTALK too.
Wait, this is how long ago was that?
This week.
So
This week.
All right, cool. And it's Cable Software K Fighter. It's not Scramble. And this was Airball by Microdeal. Did you write Microdeal down? Did you write Microdeal down? No? Ah. Okay, and the bonus question was Sunshine Publishing Books. Apparently, the story, Harry Whitehouse of Mr. Peaksoft, there was lots of cheap stuff going around at the end of Fall of Dragon Data, and there was Sunshine Publishing, which they obviously went under at the same time, and there was a lot of books for sale. So we thought, okay, I'll buy the books. And then apparently the story is it was like 5,000 books or something. So he thought, that's great, I'll just put them in the front room. And then he got a book, measured it, multiplied by 5,000 times, and realized it would not fit in his house, never mind the front room. So he quickly redirected it to some unit that he had. And then after about 5 or 6 years, he only sold a few thousand. So he wanted to landscape his garden. So he took all the books out of storage and landscaped his house, his garden with them. There we go, people. Okay. Can I hand back over to the CoCo people while we tot up?
Are you going to count up the score to see who won? I'd love to see who the winner is.
Yeah, let's
I just counted up mine. I had 15 points from the stuff I threw in chat. So.
Yeah, but we don't count.
That's true.
All right, Pat.
Hello, 1 sec. Are you back onto the? Can you see the camera?
Yeah, we can see people sitting down. Looks like they're counting their scores.
There's more people that.
Do they get cash or a dragon or what?
Sorry?
What do they win?
What do we win? You win
Cash.
honor. This is an honorable.
If they're lucky, somebody might buy them a pint later.
You might buy them a pint. But there may be food involved. Who can say?
Yeah, I'll send you some money to buy them a pint on the show. I'll PayPal
Okay,
you.
has everybody got their? I guesstimated their maximum was 66. 68 was.
Oh,
it?
I see a Vetrix
Okay.
on that table there too.
Yeah. Does it? Okay then. So. All right, then we'll do Simon's first because he's going to set the benchmark. And we've already banned Simon from winning. Okay, so what did you get, Simon? 54. Okay, so that's the benchmark. Right, who wants to go? Adrian's team. 17. And would have got more if you put Michael Deal down for everything. You would have got. They're not dragon people, so they're quite proud of that. So, 46. Ooh. Phil's team? 44. Ooh, so 46 has it over there. 42. There you go. 46 what? Oh, 46. Okay. So, would the winning team like to stand up and take a bow for the CoCoTALK? There you go. Have a wave then. There you go. That's the winning team.
And who was on that team?
Adrian did not win at the front.
So announce the winners by name for us one more time.
Sorry, I didn't miss that.
I said announce the winners by name one more time.
Okay. Would you kind do your names? Yeah. First name would do. We're doing names for the winners. Oh, you're not on the team? It was 2 people did it. That's even better. Robin and Steve are the winners.
All right, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, congratulations from the CoCo people. Right. Okay. We're running a little late here.
Yeah.
After our walk around. So I think, did you want to have a quick talk?
Well, you guys have to get out of there, don't you? You only got about 15 minutes before you're kicked out.
What is the time?
It's quarter
till
till 6. It's quarter to 6.
It's quarter to 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Would you like a quick chat with Simon?
That's up to him. It's up to you guys if you have time.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the webcam positioned.
Hey guys.
Hey Simon.
Hey Simon.
How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Sorry, it's suddenly got very loud in here. I'll just see if I can increase the volume on the headset.
I think it's very loud, by the way.
How's that? Can someone speak?
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Excellent. Yeah,
So
that's it. Sorry, it's loud in here. I just needed to up the volume on my headset.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing the event with us. Then thank Richard for us. This was great being able to, kind of virtually share it with you. Looks like you guys have a really good meetup there.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, we haven't been able to do it for a couple of years, so it was nice to see some of the new hardware developments, the Sprite board, and things in real life. And for me, I brought a bunch of software. I run the Dragon Archive website, so I brought a bunch of software of which I've only ever seen one copy of each title ever in the 20 to 30 years of trying to preserve this stuff, just so people can see it.
Yeah.
And was attendance as good as you guys were expecting, given circumstances, or?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of late no-shows. We were expecting Duncan Smead to come down from Scotland. He's the guy who wrote the firmware on the Dragon.
Yep.
Yep, and the book
he wasn't going to make it. There's a storm hit the country, and he was covered in snow, so he wasn't coming down. But yeah, attendance was pretty good. All the usual suspects. Couple missing for various reasons, and then because we're in the museum, we had just walk-ins for people just visiting the museum. We're coming in and asking questions and talking as well.
Cool.
It was good to do that. You know, people were saying, "Well, what's this all about?" and able to have a conversation with them.
Is the museum is already like a vintage computer museum too, because it's called the Center for Computer History. So I imagine people coming there are expecting to see old systems, right?
Oh yeah. It's got everything from the old 1950s and 60s military machines through to IBM's, massive Sun stations, as well as the smaller workstations. All the way through, it's got the original prototype ZX Spectrum. They've got an Apple One here.
Oh my God, nice.
So I think it might be a reproduction, but it's still nice to look at.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, they're one of their sponsors are the guys who originally started Arm Holdings.
Oh, cool.
So Herman Hauser, people like that. So yeah, they've got a massive. It's an old carpet warehouse. So it's got massive square footage, and they've got loads and loads of old micros and mainframes and MIDIs, and all of it's hands-on. So they've got arcade machines out there. They've got consoles.
Nice.
They've got all the micros all loaded up, all working for the visitors to come and play on. And because we're friends with the museum, we also can go behind the scenes into the storage. They've got boxes and boxes and boxes of archive stuff for all of these systems. So it's always good to go and have a look at what they've recently acquired.
That's neat.
Cool. Now, the Dragon Meetup is usually, except for the last couple of years, an annual thing. Is it always the same time of the year, or does it change?
The time of the year changes based on what the museum have got on. Because Tony is a volunteer here at the museum. We all know the guys who built this museum, so we effectively get to be here for free. But because of that, we have to fit in with their schedule as to when they've got availability. Because they do hire this. It's actually a 1980s classroom we're in. So it would normally be set out with the BBC micros and the research machine devices that were common in UK schools at the time. So we come and we clear all that away. And they also hire this out for corporate functions as well. You know, it's got a whiteboard and a projector, and it's a nice setting if you want to do something different for a corporate meeting.
Yeah, and they also host some other retro things, because wasn't there another retro show there last month?
They do. I think Acorn have been here, and there's been some general retro stuff. Friday night was a games night in the museum. So you could pay and come and stay till very, very late. And they often put some food and drink on out in the car park via a food van. And yeah, they bring out more of their arcade machines. They've got a big selection of stuff in storage that they wheel out for such events as well.
Are you guys doing something again tomorrow?
Yeah, we're here again tomorrow. Continues. We're just leaving everything set up. We're going to lock up the room. And we're even leaving our cars in the car park because we're going down to a bar for a few alcoholic beverages.
Cheers. Cheers. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. Is we're going to go from here when they kick us out in about 5 minutes. And,
Richard, are there any Dragon
This
clubs?
is Simon now, but yeah.
It's Simon, yeah.
Oh, it says Richard. I'm sorry. Are there any Dragon clubs, and do they still carry on like some of our clubs over here? We have one side.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, we all communicate either via the forums on the Dragon Archive website or via the Facebook group that you already know about.
Yeah.
This is about as big as it gets. You know, it's a much smaller thing than the CoCo was in the States. But you know, we've all known each other now for some of us for well over 20 years in this community. You know, Richard and I started out. We met. Must be nearly 20 years ago. We bumped into each other. We started outbidding each other on eBay back in the very early days, and we actually worked out how to communicate. And was like, this is bloody stupid. You know, let's agree not to outbid each other because we're after the same idea. So we started building together then, and then it's just gone from there.
Yeah, because the two of you have done a tremendous job in archiving stuff, like, you know, getting the stuff before it disappears.
Yeah, I mean, I inherited somebody else's work when I started that archive many years ago. Somebody had been there before me, but what they had done at the time was truncate the data. So if you know the CAS file format, the Dragon and the CoCo both have a number of leader bytes to allow the device to sync up as it's loading from the audio. They had cut all of those out. So it wasn't preserved in the sense of preservation. It would work in an emulator, but you couldn't convert it back and play it on a Dragon. So we had to revisit all the software and redo it all. So it all had the proper header bytes and you could actually play it back to a real device and load it. And then you can call it preserved.
Wow, a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. And it's still ongoing. I've still got 88 titles in my to-do list.
Is the Dragon fairly popular in the UK with emulator crowds that are just getting into retro computing after the fact, or?
I wouldn't say very popular. We still see people coming in and asking questions, especially people who are new to XRAW. Will come in and say, oh, how do I get this working? So you can tell that they're new to emulation as a whole, but not majorly popular. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I'd say most of the people have been part of the community for a while. We get one or two creeping in every 6 months or so.
Okay. Well, definitely keep us posted, like schedules for future shows, because at some point in the next 5 to 10 years, I'd like to make it down to one. So I'm not sure what time of the year you guys normally have them.
Yeah, it'd be great to happen. I mean, as I said, it varies based on when we can get into the museum. We prefer to do it in the warm. We're in fall now, and it's actually really cold outside. This wouldn't have been our choice, but this was when we could get it in.
Yeah, well, I'm from Canada, so you can pick whatever time of the year you want here. I'm used to minus 40, so.
Yeah, I've got some colleagues at work who come from Boston on the coast, so he's like, it's not cold or snowy until he can't see his car anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And is the trivia contest a normal part of the gathering?
No, I think that's the first one we've done, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, I was banned from winning because obviously all the screenshots and the covers were nicked off my website. So I know most of that by sight. So it was like not fair. I did it for fun.
So when they have the hardware trivia quiz next time, that's when you'll be allowed to go in.
One would hope so. Right, I think we're getting kicked out now, so I think I'm going to have to sign off in a couple of minutes. It's been great to see you guys.
Yeah.
Great to be part of the broadcast as well.
Thank Richard for the walk around and for setting this up too.
I will do. He's wandered off at the moment.
Right,
but,
we're going to start
I'll sign off on his behalf.
Yeah, we're going to start our normal CoCoTALK show here in a couple of minutes. If you guys want to jump back on either at the pub or after the pub, if you're capable of, feel free to jump on and let us know for some post-pub chat.
Yeah. So,
and don't forget to play. I know there's a Dragon game that simulates a pub crawl, so it'd be a cool game to play after.
Yeah, I think there's two things. One is I need something to eat, and the other is I need something to drink.
Right. Yeah. I'm in the
which
same
order
boat.
that happens in is up to us. Right. Good to see you guys.
Thanks,
I'm going
guys.
to sign off. And,
Thank you.
Thanks for popping on.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Excellent. That was great.
Yeah,
That was
good.
great. That was great. That's great, just great. So we're a couple minutes before we have to go live with CoCoTALK now. So I need to end this stream and reset all the restream information for the show title and description for our normal CoCoTALK. And Mark B was gracious enough to stream the show because I've been setting up and getting ready for this all morning. I haven't really eaten a lot today, so I got to go eat before I get hungry, and then I'll join you guys in a little bit on the CoCoTALK show. So I'm going to go ahead and end. You guys don't have to leave Zoom, but I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and reset the show. And for those who are watching live, the regular CoCoTALK show will start almost perfectly on time. I mean, we couldn't have planned this and timed this any better for them to be done right before we had to start.
Yep. And this gives me
awesome.
time to go grab another coffee, so this is awesome.
All right, so we're pressing the button on the Dragon Meetup live coverage, and thanks to Richard Harding and Richard Harding and Simon Hardy. who we were speaking with, and we got to see. We didn't talk to Karen, but we saw Karen. We talked to Stu Orchard. We saw
Tony Jewell was there.
Tony
Yeah.
Jewell, Lee Harvey Smith was there. So some of the people who we see on the Dragon Facebook group that we don't get to talk to, we got to see them a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was kind
Steve
of fun.
Bamford's there too. Though I don't think we got to see him.
We didn't
maybe in
see
the
him, but
background.
we saw his game. And then we'll be talking about the Dragon game that we played this week too with Canadian Retro Things in our Game On segment. All right, so I'm going to press the button on ending the Dragon Meetup stream.